rich, hearty, homemade chicken stock. Okay, this is your grandmother's cure-all. This is the basis for almost every dish that requires some kind of seasoned or flavoring liquid. This is the easiest thing to make, and we're gonna make it in about an hour with our Instant Pot. This is, oh my God. This is heaven made at home. Watch how we do this, it's so easy. Hi, I'm gonna show you how to make the most delicious chicken stock in the Instant Pot, okay? It's super easy, it doesn't take very long. Usually whenever you make a chicken stock from scratch, I mean, you have to let it sit for hours and hours and hours and hours. But thanks to our good friend, Chef Richard Blaze, thank you, sir, for giving us the inspiration to make it in a pressure cooker. It cuts the time in half and the flavors just intensify. We're simply gonna make ours in our Instant Pot right here. So I'm gonna first start by my chicken. Okay, now these are leftover chicken bones from rotisserie chickens and a baked chicken that I made. And it has a lot of meat on the carcass, and that's okay, that's completely fine. The meat, the skin, everything about it, perfectly fine. We wanna go ahead and put it in our Instant Pot. So what I'm gonna do first is take my chicken carcass and start breaking it apart like this. So because it's already roasted, it's totally fine. It's, you know, got a little bit of seasoning on it. That's not going to contradict what we're trying to go for in our stock. It's just gonna go ahead and build up even more flavor. So I'm just going to, let's see if I can get this open right here, just so it fits better. And I sure did. Perfect. All right, so this also means we're gonna get a little bit of meat in there too. I'm gonna take the rest of these bones right here as well and put them all in the Instant Pot. Somebody thinks I'm gonna drop some chicken? Not tonight, little buddy. So now that we've got all of our chicken in our Instant Pot, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting my Mirepoix in there, which is going to be celery, carrots, and onions. So I have one yellow onion, and it doesn't have to be finely chopped or sliced or anything. I'm just gonna go one chop right down the center here and cut it into thirds at an angle here and here. And all this is going to do is just impart some flavor. So all of this goes in with the chicken. Everything just goes right in on top. Okay. So next I want to put in carrots, and I want 3 nice sized carrots. Perfect. And these are organic carrots, and I'm not too concerned about washing them. They are just fine. I do, however, want to cut the ends off, just like that. And I just want to do really large pieces. And again, just to impart some flavor, I'm not making vegetable soup. There we go. Just like this. Perfect. Next is going to be celery. I love the way celery smells. It's just so fresh, so vibrant, so herbaceous. I mean, it's just very clean, you know? So I'm going to go with 3 healthy stalks of celery. And look at the vibrancy, look at the greenery on it. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to just cut the tips off a little bit, just right there. And this side too. And again, a rough chop. Just like this. And all that goes in the Instant Pot too. That's it. Okay, so that's my Mirepoix. I forgot garlic. I need to get some garlic. 4 cloves of garlic right here. And I want to smash them. Because smashing it not only gets the like the little wrapper off, because each clove is kind of individually wrapped. So not only does smashing help to get that off, but it also starts to break up those cells that are going to impart a lot of flavor. So there's 1, and I have 3 more. 2, 3, 4. Smashing garlic. It's kind of a fun pastime. You want to get some aggression out on some herbs? Smash a little garlic. And this is the last one. Okay, so all this is done, and now it goes to my herbs. So right here, I'm gonna make my own little bouquet garni. And a bouquet garni is some herbs that are usually tied together that you use to impart a lot of flavor in your soups or stocks or whatever it is that you're making. So in this situation, I have a little bit of rosemary that I did pluck off of my little rosemary plant. I have some lemon thyme that, again, I pulled off of my rosemary plant. And right here, I have some fresh parsley. And you're gonna notice that I have a lot of the stems and stalks right here. And that's great because a lot of people don't realize too, you know, there's a lot of flavor in the stalks and stems of the parsley or cilantro or whatever other herb that you normally use that we normally have for the green leaves. So use the stalks, don't let it go to waste. Use every part of the plant just like we try to use every part of the animal. I also have 3 bay leaves right here. I have 5 little pods of allspice just for a little bit of something warm. I'm also going to put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of fennel seeds. And I'm putting all of this, there's about a 1/4 teaspoon, in a cheesecloth. I also have a very, very love-hate relationship with black pepper. I love it, love the smell, hate that it usually evokes a sneeze, you know, but totally worth it. So here I'm gonna put about 1/2 of a teaspoon of black peppercorns right here inside my cheesecloth. Okay, so now I'm going to simply pull this together and tie it and make like a little bag. And it doesn't matter if the herbs get crushed. I mean, they're going into a pot to simmer and stew anyway, so it's completely fine. All right, I'm gonna tie this guy up just like that. Nice little purse. And it smells really good. You wanna smell? It smells nice. All right, that's going right inside, right on top of everything. All right, so we've got our chicken, our onions, our celery, our carrots, our garlic, our bouquet garni. I'm gonna need to put some salt in here, a nice generous dosage of salt. So it's about 2 tablespoons of salt in here. Now, no, it's not going to make it extra salty. It's simply going to help draw out the moisture of the vegetables, and it's going to enhance all the flavors that are in the chicken and the vegetables and Mirepoix and pull it all together. I have 6 cups of water right here. Woo! I'm going to take a little shower as I pour this in. All right, 6 cups of water in, and I have 2 more cups right here. And there is a line inside the Instant Pot that says liquid max, and I haven't quite reached that line just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and continue pouring until we get to that line, and awesome. And we're just underneath, so that's perfect. 8 cups of water, the chicken, the carrots, the onions, the celery, the garlic, all of the seasonings, great. All right. Now it's time to seal it up and let it work. So I turn on my Instant Pot lid, turn it to on, set the valve to sealing, and let me see here. All right, I want to see about pressure cooking. So I'm just go ahead and hit the pressure cook button, and I want more than 12 minutes. I actually want to set it for an hour. There we go. It's gonna set on high pressure, and it's gonna be perfect. So all we have to do is just set it and forget it, and whenever we get back, and the alarm goes off to tell us that the Instant Pot is done, we're gonna have the very best homemade, authentic chicken stock that you've ever tried. Okay guys, we'll see you in an hour. She's kind of a hothead. I mean, you gotta let her vent. I mean, you don't want her blowing up. You know, one of the best things is that whenever I vent this, the whole house is gonna smell like chicken stock for at least a day. There we go. All right, all of the steam has been let out of the Instant Pot. The bullet has dropped, so I know it's safe to open my lid. Just like that. Okay, look. Look. Oh my gosh. All right, so all of the carrots have wilted, so is the celery, but look at this. Remember how full it was in the very beginning? It was really chock full, but look at all that beautiful liquid that we were able to extract from the chicken bones and some of the meat and all of the vegetables. So the first thing I'm going to do is use a slotted spoon and remove some of like the bigger pieces from the stock that I can. So in order to make this like really, really easy, I have a large plastic bowl and I put 2 plastic grocery bags in this bowl to line it. So this is where all of the bones and all of the things that we're gonna discard are gonna go. That way I can just tie it up and throw it away. I have a strainer right here. I have tongs in case I need them. And here's what we're going to do. We're gonna start by scooping out a lot of all of the harder stuff, all of the bigger pieces. And we're gonna put this right into the strainer. There we go. And there's a lot of chicken, there's a whole lot of meat, and all of this is still really good stuff. I mean, you can eat this. You can still eat the meat from the chicken. You can still eat the vegetables. I mean, there's nothing about it that says, you know, it's no good. It's all very good. It's all still very, very good. I highly recommend though that you look out for bones, all of the bones that are in the chicken, because, you know, whenever you cook it down like this, it all just falls apart. So just be very careful, be very mindful. But look, see this big piece of chicken right there? Look at that. It's hot, but good. Ooh, That's really delicious. Just give it a little mash, a little twist. And you see the juice right here? We want to extract all of that goodness. All of it, every last bit. So this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of all of the hard ingredients, all of the solid ingredients that are in the pot. And whenever I'm done getting as much out of it as I possibly can, I'm simply gonna go ahead and just dump it all right there into the bucket. All right. And here we go for round 2. Okay, so I got a lot of the bigger pieces out, a lot of the chunks of chicken and the carrots and the vegetables and everything else. And what I actually did too was, as I was straining it, I kind of pulled off some chunks and I saved my Bouquet Garni as well. But I have the chicken, you know, to make like a little chicken soup later on. I'm gonna take the rest of this, since I scooped it out with a slotted spoon, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it right into the strainer. So, and you're gonna see it's gonna filter out a whole lot more, you know, the smaller pieces that we couldn't pick up with the slotted spoon. Oh, yep, just like that. Okay, so we've got a few little pieces that are stuck in the Instant Pot here, but that's no big deal. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just get this out with the spoon and put it just directly into the bag. Here we go, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna clean this off and put it right back into the canister, into the container. And I take my strainer up and look at that. That's all the stuff that was left on the bottom of the Instant Pot. That's all more flavor, all more stuff that was in there. Here we go. I got my spoon. And I just want to move it around a little bit. That way I can smash it and get all the extra juices. Every last bit of awesome chicken brothy goodness, I want to get it out of there. Okay, there we go. I'm going to give the colander just a quick rinse real quick. Okay, so the colander has been rinsed, and I'm going to put it back on top of the Instant Pot. I'm going to take my broth. Now be careful because the bowl's going to be very hot. And I'm simply going to pour it right back into the pot and strain it one more time. There you go. Make sure I'm not spilling out the backside. Woo, perfect. God, this smells so good. It smells incredible. And like the colander actually picked up even more that I missed the first time. So in order to make like a really good chicken broth, broths are usually much clearer than a chicken stock. To make a good broth, you can put cheesecloth in your colander and you're going to strain it over and over and over and over again. So you can like move the colander over to your bowl, line it with cheesecloth, pour it in, rinse the cheesecloth, put it back in the colander, pour it back in onto the pot, and just go back and forth until you get like a really light, super clear broth. I like things much more hearty. I like it where it's kind of cloudy because I know it's seasoned, I know it's rustic, and I know there's a lot of really good things in there. So I like to keep it very, very simple. So with this broth, this is just, oh my gosh, this is unreal. Look at that. Now, as it cools, the chicken fat layer will actually rise to the surface, and you can go ahead and just start skimming that part off. But this is good. Once that part's skimmed off, this is really good to use like for soups, for stews, for rice, for just about anything that you can think of. For vegetable soup, for chicken soup. I actually even like to pour this in the bottom of my baking sheet whenever I'm baking chicken in the oven. So I put the chicken on a rack, and that way as the chicken cooks and bakes, the stock will go ahead and infuse it with even more flavor. So this stuff is really versatile, and it's really super easy to make. Once this cools, I'm gonna go ahead and bag it up, put it in the freezer. It lasts for months as long as it's very well sealed. So you know what? Chicken stock, it's a basic, it's a necessity, it's a chicken Bravo staple. It's a kitchen Bravo chicken staple is what it is. So if you're interested in learning more about chicken stock and making your own broth in any kind of recipe, subscribe now to Kitchen Bravo. Shoot us a text, a message, leave us a comment, and we're happy to get back to you and see what it is that you're craving and make it all for you. So this is Keisha signing off at Kitchen Bravo. Subscribe now, guys. We'll see you later.